What is an index fund? Have you ever wished you could invest like the world's biggest investors without spending hours researching stocks? Well, that's exactly why index funds were created. In today's video, I'm going to explain what an index fund is, how it works, and why millions of people use index funds to build wealth. Let's get started. Imagine you're at a grocery store, and instead of buying just one fruit, you buy a basket filled with apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, and strawberries. If one fruit doesn't taste great, it's not a big deal because you still have all the others. An index fund works in a similar way. Instead of buying one company's stock, an index fund allows you to buy hundreds or even thousands of companies at once. This helps spread your risk and makes investing much simpler. But what exactly is an index? An index is simply a list of companies used to measure how a market is performing. For example, the S&P 500 tracks 500 of the largest companies in the United States. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and many others are included in this index. When people say, "the market went up today," they're often referring to an index like the S&P 500. An index fund is a fund designed to copy the performance of an index. Instead of trying to pick winning stocks, the fund simply buys all the companies in the index. If the index goes up, the fund generally goes up. If the index goes down, the fund generally goes down. It's a simple strategy that has worked for many investors over the long term. Let's look at an example. Imagine you have $100 to invest. You could buy shares of one company and hope it performs well. But what happens if that company struggles or goes out of business? You could lose a lot of money. Instead, you could invest that same $100 into an index fund that owns hundreds of companies. Now your money isn't depending on just one business. Your investment is spread across many companies and industries. This is called diversification. Diversification is one of the biggest advantages of index funds. Another benefit is simplicity. Many investors spend countless hours trying to predict which stock will be the next big winner. The truth is that even professional investors often struggle to consistently beat the market. Index funds remove the guesswork. You simply invest in the entire market and let time do the work. Index funds are also known for having low fees. Since they simply track an index, they don't require expensive teams of analysts trying to pick stocks. Lower fees mean more of your money stays invested and working for you. Now let's talk about why time is so important. Suppose you invest $100 every month into an index fund. At first, your account may seem to grow slowly, but over time, your money can benefit from compound growth. Your investment earns returns, and then those returns begin earning returns too. This creates a snowball effect that can become powerful over many years. That's one reason many long-term investors choose index funds as a foundation for their portfolios. Of course, index funds are not perfect. Their value can go up and down with the market. During a market crash, index funds can lose value just like individual stocks. That's why investing should always be viewed as a long-term strategy rather than a way to get rich quickly. Historically, markets have experienced ups and downs, but over long periods they have generally moved higher. The key is staying patient and continuing to invest consistently. So let's recap. An index is a list of companies used to track a market. An index fund is a fund that copies the performance of an index. Index funds offer diversification, simplicity, and low costs. They're designed for long-term investing and are used by millions of investors around the world. If you're a beginner looking for a simple way to start investing, understanding index funds is one of the most important steps you can take. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more beginner-friendly finance content, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And remember, building wealth isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about making smart decisions consistently over time. See you in the next video.